now. Oh, love it.
If you have a morning ritual, can you talk about that? Me and Drew are going to do a little video we're going to cut to right now.
Oh, man. Oh, that doesn't get easier. That doesn't get easier. Well, take you through a day in life. Oh. Hey, Luce. Oh, this is Lucy. This is our friend's dog we're watching right now. So usually just in the morning we get up and we go to the cappuccino maker and hear these sweet sounds. And usually, hopefully, someone has already pushed that. Usually that wakes us up, but Clay would be getting up by the sounds of that right now. And it's a good feeling. And so this actually this grinds it freshly every day. It's actually really awesome. Outfill coffee beans. Well, you don't want to see that every day.
Damn it! This was supposed to be the best part of the video. How the hell does this thing work?
Let's go through the process.
Those look fun. That's filled. All right. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
We're making a YouTube video right now.
Yeah.
I just ran down the stairs to let you know.
Alright, here we go. This is the best part of my morning. Freshly grounded coffee and cappuccino maker.
So, yeah, 10 o'clock usually, typical morning, start around there.
Yeah, usually it's 10. Sometimes I try to do 9, depending on how late we work in the evening. If we work late in the evening, the last thing I want to do is kind of get up at 9 a.m. and work. But so
Amy wakes up at like 7:30. You know?
Yeah, Amy, our star employee, gets up at 7:30.
Somebody's got it.
And if she was more of a star, she'd have breakfast waiting when I woke up.
If she was more of a star, she wouldn't wake up at 7:30, do 10 minutes of work, and go back to bed.
Yeah, we don't actually know what she does in the morning. We'll never have to see it, so. But yeah, so this is the fresh. Few hiccups, but usually that doesn't happen. The beans are already filled in, so then you just get your cappuccino and you're good to go. Yeah, so then we walk to this is the work area, so usually Amy's working. Depending on the time, Clay will be working as well, or I'll be here before Clay, and then he'll come and do what we just did.
Yeah, this is our desk. This is my desk here.
Yeah.
Amy sits over there. Drew sits over here.
I sit over here. Usually by this point I'll have a t-shirt on as well.
Yeah, usually we come on in the morning, the fireplace is on. There we go. It's nice and cozy.
Yeah, and yeah, this is where we work, so it's been a pretty good setup. We have the squat right there. If we're feeling courageous in the morning, we'll
maybe do a little morning workout.
Yeah.
Usually the morning is just a lot of like checking stats, going over emails, nothing too intense in the mornings.
Yeah, and then we try to do a breakfast, or we talk as a team.
Yeah, maybe we'll do like, here's one of our recent plans for email marketing. We'll do a little whiteboard session.
Yeah, the whiteboard, super clutch.
Oh yeah, the whiteboard is very clutch.
So every time we have a big plan,
you have to. Things just get too complicated.
Yeah, exactly, and then that just stays there for the duration.
Yeah, and then I guess usually we end it off. We usually do about an hour of reading.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, we bought thousands of dollars worth of books.
So overkill.
So overkill. But lately we have a book club once a week as well, and they're all business books, obviously. We're not huge fans of fiction. So we got, classic marketing books like Influence.
Oh yeah. Drucker.
We got a lot of Drucker. The Essential Drucker. Really good fundamentals for management.
Yeah.
And yeah, just stacks of books.
Yeah.
So
we'll give a full tour tomorrow.
Yeah. So
that's pretty much our morning routine.
Yeah.
This? You're in your pajamas still?
Boom. Breakfast of champions, couple eggs and toast. Unless Amy makes it.
Amy doesn't cook for us.
No.
Hey guys, this is Startup Takeoff. We're going to do a little Q&A. Thanks for everybody's questions. We are back. It's been a long time, and we didn't drop off the face of the earth, and we'll keep posting. We're going to post more frequently now.
Yeah, we're alive. We're alive.
Yeah.
In good health.
In good health.
Healthier
better than we've ever been.
Healthier than the last
Amy,
video.
you can come in here. This is Amy. This is our first employee.
Yeah.
We hired a really good friend, recruited her. She was having trouble finding a job in Calgary. We were generous enough to employ her.
Yeah. She sleeps on a cot out front. No, I'm kidding. She has a bedroom.
She does have a bedroom. We'll give you guys a tour. Our next video will be a tour of the place. So just in our classic format.
Yeah.
So I'll go through the questions. I've read them quickly. Drew hasn't really seen them, so this will just be live going through. So first, Mind Engine. I think this is Riddle as well. He's talked to us before. Asks us, how important was it for you to have a dedicated team of people to work on your business? How have you guys changed as people? You seem much more serious than when you took off. That's normal, of course, but I'm curious about your story and how has your work ethic changed? Are we more serious?
Well, I think we're a little bit. Well, we're more experienced. We have more skills.
Yep.
But we're really immature still.
Taking more hits.
We're
still very immature.
Yeah, immature.
Now that we're back in Canada, weren't we talking to Colin, who was like, grow up?
Yeah. We've been told to grow up by multiple friends.
Really, we tell them to grow up.
We are more serious in the business for sure.
Yeah, the business is way more serious.
Yeah.
Way more serious.
It's more complicated, so it kind of had to evolve into something more serious.
Yeah, it was just layers of complexity just kept getting added on because it had to. We had no choice.
Yeah.
As far as the team that works for us now that we rely on and trust is the team that handles the day-to-day operation, which is what every business goes through, is removing yourself. So it starts out, we're doing all the customer service, fulfilling the orders, doing all the marketing, doing all the long-term, mid-term, and short-term stuff.
Everything.
Yeah. And then you grow and it gets to a point where the day-to-day is so overloading and it's just impossible to focus on everything. So you have to start hiring and training people to start taking care of the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah. And when you have to take care of the day-to-day like we did, you just become ineffective.
You start making errors.
Exactly. And we want to focus on the parts of the business that make revenue, and if we're distracted with the day-to-day stuff, I mean, multiple things are just kind of mediocre.
Yeah, exactly. And mediocrity just starts to happen in all areas of the business.
And which we felt.
Yeah,
we had that happen as well.
And then what happens is we got really good at PPC, but then we get so focused on the day-to-day and we'd never do our PPC, and then we don't stay competitive with what we're good at.
Yeah.
So it's really, there comes a point where you have to pick what you're going to focus on, and me and Drew did this a couple months ago. We wrote
we did
our entire business.
Yeah.
And decided where do we want to be in eventually.
Yeah.
And Drew was going to be retail merchandise, and I was going to be in marketing. And every other role then has to get filled as we grow. And that's been, the business has been going a lot better.
Yeah.
We'll talk more in detail about specifics of that in the future. How has your work ethic changed?
The times that we work is different, but our work ethic's pretty much
the
it's
same.
still
It's
go. It's still grind. Yeah, it's more healthy.
It's more balanced.
Yeah, more balanced. Yeah.
The biggest change for me is before, if it was late, I would stay up even later to get whatever I was doing done.
Yeah.
But now that I've kind of realized it never, ever ends,
stops.
I just go to bed and I wake up somewhat refreshed and keep going in the next day.
Yeah, and there's always a point, like at the end of the night or a work session, there's diminishing returns no matter what. You'll be able to accomplish it much better and faster if you just do it in the morning.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
the other thing too is in Bali, a lot of productivity advice and like how do you schedule your days doesn't really apply when you live in Asia because there's no distractions.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
no distractions. But here in Canada, I noticed when we got back, we went way off kilter for a little bit because we were partying and we never worked during the days. So we were trying to work in the evenings, but in the evenings in Canada, or if you're in North America, that's when all the distractions are.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to hang out. So actually Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 is when there's no distractions, and that's kind of where we've revolved around.
Yeah, and we kind of put it on the whiteboard as well that we just all have to follow a certain routine now.
Yeah,
a lot more routine focused.
Exactly, we're more focused on routines, and you have to be focused on routines when there's multiple people in the organization because they need to be able to rely on you for a set schedule, and other people are a lot better if they're in a set routine because then you can rely on them to get work done at a certain time.
Yeah, it's just healthier.
Yeah.
Be more effective.
It's great when you're alone. It's great when you're just with two people, just to have a free form, laissez-faire style schedule. Yeah. But when you have multiple people in your organization, you have to start getting a little more serious about it. And then once the day-to-day is taken care of, we can do whatever we want.
Exactly, And we still do casual work into the night. Sometimes we actually do work into the night, but like you said,
still grind.
We're good at shutting it off if we need to.
We've still worked the last 3 weekends.
Yeah, and like 12, 14 hours a day, so.
Yeah, we're still working 70 hours a week plus, so. I guess.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay.
This one's, how many 10-day meditation retreats have you done and what have you learned from them? I did another one in January when I got back, so I've done 3 now. What one was in Bali. It wasn't like quite a full 10-day meditation retreat. That was really, really important. I can talk about it more specifically in a different video, but when you're grinding and grinding and grinding, you can kind of lose touch of what's really important, and most of that's just enjoying your life and the people in it. Mm-hmm. So one of the things after that is I realized how a little bit more of how I wanted to structure the next bit of my life, and I wanted to be kind of present and enjoying it a little bit more. And we recruited Amy because one of the needs was we were going to hire either an MBA who had business experience, systematizing a business, or recruit a friend. Mm-hmm. And I think every time, way better decision to recruit people that you love and trust and surround yourself with those people. And that was kind of a realization I had at the meditation retreat too. I was like, you constantly, sometimes you have to decide between like hardcore money and like almost selling your soul and versus living, and you can still succeed if you don't sacrifice too much just to succeed financially. Mm-hmm. Know what's important. I guess that's what we answer that question.
Yeah, the good one.
Is pay-per-call still a good way to make cash? Is there a new affiliate niche that you would recommend? Have you heard much in the affiliate space? New niches?
As for new niches, no. Just the classics are still going, like, about PPV, that sort of stuff.
PPV,
I'm personally, I don't follow it too much anymore, so not really plugged into that area. But I do know some people still making money with pay-per-call, but there's a lot of methods that won't make money anymore.
Yeah,
and that's like,
I think that's the nature of affiliate marketing too, as it evolves so fast.
Yeah, but like the overall ones, like, there's a lot of people still making a lot of money with PPV.
Yeah,
and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. In pay-per-call, it's evolved to in-browser phone calls. So you send a lot of traffic to a landing page, and then you have to convert the calls off that. And that's really good because then you can, after they hang up, you still have them in the browser, and you can get them to call and convert on another call, which you couldn't do on just a pay-per-call click. The other thing is other forms of advertising. So Facebook will soon be enabling the click-to-call, and once that happens, that's going to be a land grab.
That's going to be huge.
So there's always new opportunities opening up. Every policy change is a huge opportunity. It wipes out previous affiliate setups, and then new opportunities set up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I wouldn't ever be like, oh, did I miss it? Did I miss like the boat to get into affiliate marketing? You didn't miss the boat. What happened was everything that you're hearing about that like people have published papers on, or people have published like how-tos, that stuff won't work, but still learn it and then get to parity, get to the point where you're like competitive, and then you'll figure something out that nobody else knows. Then you can make a bunch of money for a period of time, and you just keep evolving.
And there's money to make in every forms of affiliate marketing. There always is. Yeah. Always has been. Like, it's never really changed. But you just got to stick to something.
That's what it is. Sticking to it. Like, we've now made money with web design, affiliate marketing, getting clients, blogging, like everything. You can make money with every form. It's just about how well are you gonna execute?
Exactly. Really? And just stick to it.
Yeah. Are you a different person now that you've returned to Canada?
I'm older. I'm more worn out.
Wrinkles?
I got some wrinkles now. All the stress.
Yeah.
I think I'm just, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think I'm the same. I still got the same lame jokes.
I'm still making the same jokes.
5 years now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know, maybe more a clear vision of what I want, out of the business, out of life. Mm-hmm. I was pretty young when we went to Asia. That was 2 years ago, but aged a lot in those 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Took some hits.
It was stressful for a while.
It was super stressful.
Yeah, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, though.
Yeah.
Are you cutting out a lot of old people that you used to hang with? Do you feel you've grown a lot while most people in your age have stagnated?
Yeah, well, that's an interesting one, actually. Because, well, everyone that I know, that we know in Vancouver, they're pretty much still doing the exact same thing, but they're a little further along in that same corporate job.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, that they were at before we left. A lot of them still have the same boyfriends or girlfriends,
or the same startup.
Or the same startup.
Still going to conferences. Just no traction.
Yeah.
That actually is the scary point. Seeing that people are in the same situation. Yeah. The exact same situation.
Yeah.
Drew was working for Imperial Tobacco, and then he quit his job after a year, saved up a bunch of money, and moved to Asia, and we did this. Yeah. Last 2 years, we built a business. Yeah. You talked to somebody who's still working the job.
Yeah, today. Yeah, I just got off the phone with him a couple hours ago. Just hating it. Just really, really just like, man, I always wanted to do e-commerce. I just don't know where to start. And we hear a lot of that, but he said he's doing the same job. A lot of people are still there, but they've done pay cuts. it's just not as cool as it used to be to work there. There's a different boss now, really riding him. And, you know, he's been there 3 years, and he's just like, yeah, I'm trying to get out. I want to get out. I want to get out. I was like, ooh, been there. So I got out.
You just got to book a flight, man.
Yeah, I know. Just get your flight booked, and then you're good.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Or like Mike, he's just, a lot of people are taking like professional development courses. They're getting like their financial analyst degree or something like that.
To get them up to the next step, I guess, in that same career.
Yeah. Everybody's always stressed down.
Yeah.
Everybody, you got to like schedule ahead of time to meet them. Like, oh, let's do something on Tuesday and it's Saturday. And then you got to like, it's like 2 hours tops so you can see them because they got to go back to bed or get ready for work.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It's nice living in North America and
oh yeah,
a day job.
Oh my god, I love it. Like I regrew my love for Vancouver, just being here and just like skipping down the street.
Oh yeah, yeah. I woke up at 10 today.
Yeah.
We went and got a coffee. We walked to Cole Harbour.
Yeah.
Drinking a coffee leisurely, a 45-minute walk. Don't gotta be back.
Yeah, it's nice.
People are on their lunch break in suits and just it's a good feeling.
Yeah, you appreciate it more here than I actually did in Bali. Yeah. We had the same thing in Bali, although we're more successful now with the business here.
Yeah.
But just the context, because there's suits everywhere, and this is like where I was.
Yeah.
Working. It's so much better now. Oh, love it.
If you have a morning ritual, can you talk about that? Me and Drew are going to do a little video we're going to cut to right now. That's our morning ritual.
It's nice. It's nice. It's really nice. Every day.
Every day.
Doesn't change it too much.
Yep. Just how you start your day now that you're back in Canada, is it different from Bali? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's much different.
Yeah. Well, in Bali, we'd wake up at like 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Go to breakfast. We still get breakfast in the mornings. But
yeah, sometimes Amy cooks for us. Yeah. Amy's great. She keeps the groceries stocked. Sometimes cooks for us. Sometimes tells us to cook for our damn selves. That's fun.
Yeah.
We have to be somewhat ritualized. At first I was having to wake up and meet with like our shipping team, but now Amy does every day at 7:30, wakes up, meets with the shipping team, ships stuff out. At 10 o'clock we have a team meeting. Mondays we have a whole group meeting where we go to the whiteboard, which you'll see. We put the whiteboard on the squat rack and then we just talk about the day or the week or whatever we're going to be doing. The morning rituals.
It's like what we were saying earlier. Like
we have a
9 to
schedule
5 now. We have a schedule.
Yeah,
that's pretty much how we follow it every day. And
yeah,
I've been meditating in the morning because I find it easier to meditate in the morning than after days of work. So usually I get up and I take a bath because we don't have a shower.
Yeah, and
then I try to meditate 10 minutes, and then it's like just a standard work day.
I'm gonna turn the gain up on this. I think it's. Okay. Costas asks, what type of e-commerce business are you running? I remember it had something to do with sex toys. Have you created your own site and selling it, or are you selling through Amazon? How are you managing shipping to clients? Or are you not using Amazon FBA? How did you market it? Are you using social media for marketing? So we are selling adult toys.
Yeah.
Which I think we've mentioned in other videos.
No, we definitely sent that out there. I'm pretty close.
We're on Shopify.
Yeah, Shopify. We haven't really looked into Amazon FBA. We've looked into it, but we haven't gone to it yet. It's a little more restrictive when you're selling adult toys. But it's an avenue that we will pursue in the future. Yeah. But we use Shopify. We sell from our own website. Yeah. And it's a mix of our own products and dropship products.
Yeah, and the shipping for our own products, it's called a 3PL, or third party logistics.
Yeah.
And that's when you get all your product to their warehouse, then they ship it out, and it acts just like a drop shipper, except it's your own products who are in their warehouse. Yeah. And then we also have drop shipping setups.
Yeah, exactly. We're both 3 warehouses, 3 different companies.
Yeah, and a lot of them stock the same products. Yeah. If it's like a big major brand, we resell it, and we can get it from multiple different locations and optimize our shipping.
Exactly.
If it's on the West Coast or if it's on the East Coast, etc. Problems you've experienced during the startup phase.
Ooh. I can't even count them on 2 hands.
We experienced a lot of problems.
Yeah.
One of the things we acknowledged when we started is that we had no idea what we were doing, and we were going into a super competitive industry. Yeah. And we wanted to decide if this is what we really should be doing, because we knew it would be easier if we niched down. Yeah. If we niched down, we'd have an easier time marketing. It'd be less complexity to figure out. There's less variety of customers that you have to deal with. There's less competition, everything like that. Yeah. But we knew we were going and doing it the hardest possible way. Yeah, and that is. And now that we've gone out, our chops are way better than they were. Yeah. Oh yeah. High risk of failure, though.
Very much so, high risk of failure.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of hammering, like a year.
We took a lot of hammering. We iterated most things 20, 30 times until we got them to work.
Yeah.
Advertising campaigns, channels that we would try 20, 30 times until
Yeah.
we kind of saw something working. Narrow in on that again. Our site's design again.
Again, we're still doing the site.
We're redoing the site again. We're rebranding again. Everything. This is a multi-thousand-hour project.
Yeah.
The final rebrand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a huge one.
You learn so much, and you're like, shit, we got to change this.
Yeah.
This is gonna suck.
Yeah.
But you have to if you want to keep hitting the growth. Mm-hmm. You got to take what you learn and implement it, and that's just the journey of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, exactly.
How do people with ordinary jobs and lives react when they hear the type of work and money you're making? Shock and disbelief.
Yeah, a lot of disbelief, actually. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
They don't get the numbers.
Yeah. We've thrown a couple parties here, too, and I've had people come up to me, and they're looking at the place. They're like, you have exactly what I want in my life in the future.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's funny to hear that. Like,
really? Oh, nice. But I guess this was our dream when we were working at corporate jobs, is we just wanted to...
All I wanted was, $50 a day. $50 a day. And eventually that goes higher and higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, and then you get $50 a day, you're like...
Yeah. Oh, what? And usually you don't get 50, you get more than 50.
Yeah.
Like, if you can figure out how to make $50 a day, you can figure out how to make $200 a day.
If you can figure out how to make $200 a day, you can figure out how to make $2,000 a day. It just goes up and up.
Yeah.
Also, your source of inspiration or mentor back in the day that made you decide to create this business, and you designed and created your products to sell. How did you do that? Nick, our inspiration, he's still around, and we talk to him once every few months. He's still doing well in his e-commerce. He does a lot of traveling. Have you designed and created products you sell? We didn't design them from scratch. They were modular.
Modular, yeah.
So you get to choose like this color, this handle, and like you pick and choose the parts, which is a much cheaper way of doing it.
Yeah.
To design it from scratch with concept art and everything is like $30,000.
Yeah, it's a lot just for one. But we haven't seen our products anywhere else, our main ones.
No, we haven't. So they are unique.
Yeah, they are pretty unique, but no, we didn't design them.
So this is a question. This was actually a critique that somebody had. It's from Will Krause. He says, sorry, this turned out longer than I'm a recent but big fan. Really appreciate it. One sec. He goes on to say, he asks, is pay-per-click growing? Am I behind the curve? Again, like I said, you're never behind the curve. You just got to get in, get to parity, and then innovate a little bit.
Yeah.
Is your PPC toolkit still worth it? Send me an email. I think it's still worth it, but I give you a huge discount on it. Like it's one of the tools is out of date. Why do you appear to be shifting away from your energy in PPC and building an e-commerce asset instead? For me, the PPC skill set was what allowed us to build the e-commerce business. PPC is how we got our first traffic. Mm-hmm. So we became really skilled in affiliate marketing. Those skills transferred into building an e-commerce asset. And the e-commerce asset is a lot longer term. So an affiliate marketing campaign, other than the skill and the cash, once the affiliate campaign is dead, you really can't expect it to run for more than a year.
Yeah, which I experienced, and mine lasted a lot shorter than a year.
Yeah, like Drew had a really good campaign, huge days, $500,000 days, and then but it didn't last that long. And other than what you learn, you don't really take any, and the cash you make, you don't take anything with you.
Yeah.
But with e-commerce,
you definitely take the skill set, which you can translate to e-commerce.
Exactly. Like a brand, like a real brand that people identify with. If you have, say, an email list of 100,000 and 100,000 customers, you can't remove your brand from the hearts and minds of 100,000 people. That's a hard asset.
Yeah,
that's a real asset that can reward you for a very long time.
Yeah, and the plan always was a little more long term. Even before we left, we were thinking e-commerce.
We were always thinking product business, e-commerce.
Yeah.
And his final critique is here. Okay, so I could sum this all up with one mini question into a bigger one. Why are you making this move into a more traditional business? It seems to be a tad incongruent with your previously stated desire for freedom. I have too found a lot of meaning through hard work, but the flexibility of internet marketing seems so much more appealing to me than the geographic constraints of e-commerce and teams of employees. The constraints of e-commerce and teams of employees. So, let you...
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Internet marketing is very, very cool and flexible. But even to get to a successful campaign in internet marketing, you do have to work a lot. So even we were working 10-hour days, and then we had our first big break after weeks and weeks of that to even get a profitable campaign in internet marketing. Mm-hmm. So there was that time investment for that as well. But in e-commerce, it can have just as much potential for freedom as any affiliate marketing campaign if you build it correctly. So we learned from affiliate marketing sort of how to do that, and we spent the last 4 months trying to build teams and systematize everything in our business as much as humanly possible. And yeah, Clay will touch on this, but we had in February how many man hours?
In February, there was 1,000 hours worked on our Odesk team, and then me and Drew probably worked 200 hours that month as well.
Yeah.
So most of the team was digital.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean we're not constrained geographically anywhere. We went to one of the main reasons we came back to Vancouver, it was to centralize our resources or whatever. We try to add someone else to the team as well, but it's also affiliate marketing. I mean, $3,000 a month is the affiliate dream at the beginning. It was mine, like $50 a day, $100 a day, $150 a day. But that's only so much. That's only so cool for a while. And in Asia, that's good. Like $3,000 a month, you can survive in Asia and live a pretty good life. I don't think I spent more than $1,000 personally in a month that I was there, and we lived in the nicest villas you could dream of.
Yeah.
But at some point, you want to also challenge yourself even more.
Yeah.
And when I found it's hard to find the inspiration when you're like spending so little in these low cost places, to find the inspiration, just keep on cranking out and make your income that much higher. So moving to Vancouver has proved to be that inspiration. We kind of have to.
Yeah.
But the systems that we have built and will continue to build, they are following what we did in Bali. They're all digital. So they're all pretty much on Odesk or Upwork.
Yeah. I mean, we have a core team of 3, me, Amy, and Drew.
Yeah.
We could all be on our computers anywhere in the world. Yeah. And the rest of our teams are also all over the world. Most of them are in the Philippines. And yeah. The one thing I would say too is, why would you leave your previously stated desire for freedom? I had a really interesting point where in October-ish, I was getting baited by a company. I was pumping out so many leads for this company, an affiliate marketing company. Yeah. And they kept talking to me like, Clay, I love your traffic quality. This is really great. Could we work more with you? Could you be doing our in-house? And they offered me a contract, $80,000 a year plus performance bonuses. I could work freely, but this was multi-year. It was a job contract. Yeah. And I had to decide, do I want to do this for money, even though it's kind of boring and I don't really like it? Or do I want to... Good pay, though. Good pay. Yeah. Or do I want to go on to eCommerce, do something awesome with good friends, even though it's going to be harder, probably has less financial reward off the bat, but it's going to be a lot more fun in the process. I had to make that decision. And then the other thing is, I was making so much money with affiliate marketing, and I put so much away, I could have lived in Asia for 10 years. Yeah. So I don't really want to just sit around for 10 years just living off this cash. Yeah. Because what you'll do is you'll notice you'll get to a point where you can make $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month. In order to do that, you had to carve out some sort of competitive advantage. And to scale that up to $30,000 a month is not as hard as you'd think. And at that point, you have to decide, are you just going to lay back and let your competitive skill set turn over? Because that's a huge lost opportunity. Oh, yeah. And if you do that, that's almost irresponsible, because it's super, super competitive online. And if you were going to get yourself to a cutting edge skill set, you have to think about what's going to happen if you take a year off. If you let it turn over, then you've got to go through a whole grind again to get up to a competitive edge again. Yeah. And that was the decision I made. So I was like, okay, I'm going to push this now, build, and hopefully push this into building a brand. Because a brand will supersede my skill set. That will stay. Like I said, you cannot remove yourself from like the hearts and minds of 100,000 people who know your brand. Yeah. And that was the decision I made, was to just go bigger. And really, this is for even more freedom. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if you do this correctly, the upside is huge. And I mean, how much freedom do me and Drew have day to day? We're free. Yeah. Oh yeah. we set our own schedule. We do, and especially now that people are taking care of the day to day. Yeah. We can work as much as we want, unless we're in some sort of crises or trying to hit a big milestone. Yeah. And the stuff that we work on now that we choose to work on we choose to work on it because we like working on it. Yeah. So like PPC, we like doing that stuff. We like doing the stuff that increases the revenue. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we enjoy that work, and I think it's healthy to enjoy a certain amount of work. Exactly. Like, I'd be bored and like for a long time we were doing work we didn't enjoy because we just had to keep everything, putting out fires and managing the growing day to day. But now that we have teams, we're actually able to focus on the things we love again. Yeah, which is so much fun. Yeah. And I guess a little bit too of it is just for science. So we're going to keep documenting this growth. Like we decided, okay, live the lifestyle and enjoy that, and we did. Yeah. For a little bit, but just going to push it to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah, and being in Vancouver, that's a step in the right direction. We still want to travel. We want to travel, go to Vegas for a weekend.
Oh yeah, trade shows, conferences in Vegas. It's gonna be great.
So there's a lot to look forward to as well. But the freedom is there.
Yeah, and the teams of employees in a traditional business, we're more of a tech company. It's all digital, it's all online. We rely on so many apps, some apps and bits of technology that have only come out a few months ago. Like our web development and our quality assurance team, they're in India.
Yeah.
Our logistics team is in the Philippines. The bookkeeper's in the Philippines. So our teams are still all over the world, and it'll stay that way.
Mm-hmm.
If we decide to hire in-house, it's going to be from the perspective of it doesn't bind us there. It would be getting, say, an operations manager,
exactly.
a COO.
Replacing ourselves.
Yeah. Somebody who would then run the office in Canada and do the day-to-day and the midterm, and then we could just take off.
Yeah.
So actually the idea of creating an office and centralizing in Canada is how we would get an enterprise of, say, 20 people on autopilot. You need, then you can take somebody under your wing, train them, and put them in that operations manager type role. Mm-hmm. And then you have an office in Canada that's the home base that always stays, but you set it up so you can leave and you're not required to be there. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So we'll do tomorrow. We'll do a video tour of the place, and we'll answer any more questions and everything like that. Probably get into more specific e-commerce questions.
Yeah, for sure.
But in that, peace.